Hello there, whoever is going to watch this. Whenever you watch it is good. So I titled What to Do with Leftovers, Food for Thought, because yeah, I'm making food, which I'm thinking about food, but also I'm just thinking about being, right? So leftovers, when we talk about food, is like the things that are left behind that have not been eaten yet. For those of us who grew up off of leftovers, may have an aversion to leftovers now. Maybe not. But as I was making my breakfast wrap, I was thinking about what I was using, and half of my ingredients are leftovers. Some of it is fresh salad, and some of it is some fresh farmed eggs from a client of mine. And I typically don't eat eggs, but I'm going to because I just don't like the way they taste. But I'm going to try these because I'm in a new era. So, and these fresh farm eggs just showed up on my doorstep. So I'm going to try them and see how I feel about it. And if not, then I will pass the remainder of them on to someone who I know really enjoys eggs on a regular basis. But the rest of my wrap is half of a turkey burger that I had left over, and the one chicken leg that I had left from my new pup who stole my rotisserie chicken out of my refrigerator because I guess her last owners taught her such things. I gotta put a lock on my refrigerator, y'all. It's crazy. But I was thinking about it in the sense of like, I'm gonna repurpose these leftovers. I cut them up, I put them on my wrap, made a little omelet fried egg situation with the eggs, a little bit of salad, and that black bean dip that I made, a black bean sauce that I made. And this is gonna be my breakfast wrap. But like, I was thinking about leftovers and how right now we're in a space of leftover energies while we are individually moving forward and have been moving forward, striving towards new ways of living and being, especially since 2020. And like living differently. And we're now sort of stuck involuntarily in a time frame of repetitive, oppressive energies that we've already seen ancestrally or seen personally. And I was thinking about how those are leftovers, right? Those are, look at that. Those are leftovers, right? Those are ideologies and energies from a past time that only benefited some. And when you have food leftovers, that could be a thing. Maybe it's only going to make one more meal when there might be more than one person. But we do get to decide what we do with the leftovers, which ones we throw away and which ones we keep, whether that's ideologies or food. I gotta bite this and see what the vibe is. That is good. That is so good. So these things that are resurfacing, excuse me. Hold on, y'all. I really needed to take that bite because it was like, I'm gonna be delicious. You know it. What you waiting for? So we get to choose. We do get to choose what leftovers we continue to eat off the table. If the table is being set at someone else's home and there's a meal being presented, say for Thanksgiving or Christmas or gathering, a potluck, right? Which life is a potluck. People bring their dishes and present them. Some dishes are really big, some dishes are really small, some are savory, some are sweet, some look weird. Some you like, who made that? Because such and such is not living in a way that I want to eat food from their abode. You know, there's choices, right? There's still choices. There will always be choices. The feeling of pressure to make a choice from poor choices is the energy of oppression. You have a large dish of poor choices lined up in a way, set up in a way that covers the choices, the healthy choices, the more aligned choices. I'm loving how the sun is coming in here. The healthy choices, the more aligned choices. It's covering them up, right? Like if I put this here, it's only one coffee cup. It's not that big. Once I pick it up, it looks smaller, right? But if I put it here, it covers my meal. It covers my meal. And this is all you see. Now, granted, it says, believe in your magic, which is a positive message, right? But it could say something negative. I'm not even going to bring that energy in to even put it there. But any of the words, any of the oppressions, any of the laws, any of the rights that are being taken away, your meal requires you to shift your perspective. This is much smaller than it seems when it's here. I've come across a lot of people who said they're getting off of social media. The energy's just not right. And I agree. There are energies intertwined right now that are pushing very hard to keep themselves right here in front of your meal. Using leftovers, a plethora of leftovers that nobody wants, like cold French fries and racism and homophobia and rewarmed pancakes from the microwave. I'm keeping it light because that's just who I am. But we have to remember that this can be moved, and once it's moved, we can review our meal when we shift ourselves, right? So if I take this and I leave that there and I put you here, now your meal is front and center. You get to choose your perspective, and your perspective gets to choose what you see next. Your algorithm is partially a reflection of what you view the most. because your algorithm is tracking what resonates with you. Don't help it grow. Don't feed it. Find the meals that feed you and continue to lean into them. Don't eat the leftovers out of a scarcity mindset. I just realized that my hematite ring is gone. I don't know when that happened. Maybe when I was walking in the park this morning. Oh, really big message came out this morning during my walk. I recorded it and I'll be posting it to my YouTube Mind Off Grid later if you're interested in that. But yeah, choose your meals. 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 Yes, there are things moving. Yes, there are things grooving. And yes, it's okay to be aware of them. And yes, it's okay to take a break from being aware of them to the point where you feel completely inundated and it has shifted your perspective of what you have available, of what you can create, of what is out there for you. Now is a time where we only need to eat the leftovers that are high vibrational and fill our soul. Leave the rest. If you're vegan and you go to a potluck where there's meat, you don't put the meat on your plate simply because it's there. If you're a die-hard meat eater, maybe you don't put a salad on your plate. You make a choice. Make choices now and choose joy. Choose the things that cultivate love. Choose the things that cultivate a sense of strength that's not eye for an eye, because that has already made the whole world blind. We're living in the blindness. Open your eyes and utilize more discernment from your heart space, which I'm so glad that this sun is coming in right here, because this is a heart opening practice. This is a throat opening practice. Your throat is not just about what you say, it's about what you hear. It's about how you perceive the hearing, listening for resonance, listening to resonance. Not bending your ears down and squinting really hard to be able to hear every little thing. What you need to know will come to you when you need to know it, because it's out there. That's it. Create a great day, everyone.